Good morning, everyone. MJ here. We're at the Hukou Traditional Market this morning, and this is where Taiwan Live TV started over 5 years ago. Now, I see an issue over here that I failed to address before my live stream, so I'm going to try to solve this right now by using Prism in the background, because Prism allows me to do that. I just don't know. Hang on, I'm going to try this right now, and I may have to abandon this because over there is a QR code that you have to scan in order to get into the market. Let me do this. Let me see if I can put Prism in the background, and let me see. Nope, I can't. But I should have done this before. It looks to me like I'm not going to be able to sign my name or use my... Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. All right, I'm just going to show you how this works. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Let me just show you how this works. All right, hold on. I'm going to go over here now. See, this is part of the Taiwan contact tracing. What I probably should have done was gone over there and done the contact tracing beforehand. But the truth is, I had a bunch of network problems this morning, and I was concentrating on getting the network problem solved, and I didn't go over there and look at that station. What you use in Taiwan is you use an app. And in Taiwan, you say APP, that means an app. And the app is for contact tracing, because Taiwan chose to use the less invasive method of a voluntary scan rather than actually tracking people's mobile phone data. Okay, now I can turn. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this. This is a QR code. Now watch, people are just going to scan this. And when they scan it, it opens up another app which will send an SMS message. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down here and sign my name. Just tell my temperature, tell me what it was. So I'm not going to show, I'm going to show myself. I'm going to show myself because I don't want to show any of the data on this thing. So. All right, so I couldn't show that. So I don't usually use I usually use the app, so I usually don't sign my name, but I just sign my name and put my phone number on it and the time, so they know who I am. So if anybody in the market comes down with, an outbreak, then they can contact trace. Here we go. All right, Gimbal's acting a little bit squirrely today. And yeah, I know everything is balanced, but it's acting really strange. I'm getting some strange kind of motor noise from it. So anyway, this market usually is really packed, and today it's not quite so packed. But largely you'll see that in Taiwan, our society hasn't been so adversely affected. All right, this is garlic. You guys got all kinds of garlic here. Look at this. I love this. Some kind of chips. Sesame. Oh, I love this stuff. Now there's a lot of I'm not using a wide angle lens. Well, you missed the front, Jeff. There is a tracking app. I can't use it at the same time that I live stream. So yeah, as I said, Taiwan chose to use a voluntary QR code that you scan at every location rather than intercepting mobile phone data. It's not quite as accurate, but it works well enough to, well, they've got the pandemic under control again. They're actually easing restrictions here. While around the world, no, we're not doing anything like China. Sorry about that. No, that's called surveillance. Yeah, people in Taiwan would never stand for that kind of invasive surveillance. Hey, you guys got tofu and stuff here. Anyhow. So, all right. Matthew, how are you? Yeah, we're not, see, Taiwan is a free place. They're not going to have, you know, nobody's going to embed a chip in your arm. See, we had totalitarianism with 38 years of martial law and white terror. So nobody here promotes that kind of stuff. And there won't be any mandatory vaccine mandates or nothing here. It's really free. Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you understand, yeah. That was interesting. It's fake gold stuff. These are all religious artifacts, but you know, these places here have been, some of these places have been here for 40 years in this downtown market where these are permanent places, you know. And this is a nice place to get, if you want to get like a really nice bamboo spatula, which I use in my Dutch oven. Those are fantastic. Now, some of these places here are not open today. There was a holiday, and you know what? This is Ghost Month, and the Hungry Ghost Festival was on Saturday, or excuse me, Sunday. So some people are a little bit superstitious. Wow, I haven't been down here in a long time. Now, my wife told me that there. Oh yeah, here it is. A house burned. Look at that. See the top floor? Yeah. Everything burned. Wow. Of course, the house itself doesn't burn because it's made out of concrete and rebar, but looks like the some of the metal bars melted. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. In a minute, I'm going to go to my favorite part of the market. Okay, so there's a little bit more down here, but I'm going to show you my favorite part of the market. It's right over here. Oh, well, you can go to Teak Row in whatever, you know, region you live in, and you can apply for a residency card. You don't have to be in Taiwan to do that. So you could actually get, you know, an ARC outside of Taiwan, a marriage-based ARC. You can do anything you want. Okay. That's what I would do. See, if you're married to a Taiwanese citizen, you don't have to have a job requirement or, you know, income requirement, nothing. You can just have a marriage-based ARC and you have all of the, you know, yeah. So, you know, anyway, look at these little, hey, flies. Okay, so you got these little tiny side things here, you know, crazy. Hey, Dave, how you doing, man? Hey, this is great. I wanted to mention this. You know, Dave posted a really cool YouTube video today, and it's about his experience he had in Myanmar, and today is the anniversary of that experience, of horrific earthquake where Dave narrowly avoided being piled on by bricks, falling bricks. It's pretty amazing. All right, this is the inside here. Hopefully we still have a connection. I think we will. Hey, Toshi. It was never actually closed, Toshi. And we're reducing the, well, the government is reducing the restrictions, not increasing them. All around the world, man, I'm watching, you know, UK and Vietnam and all these places where the numbers are skyrocketing. In Taiwan, they're down to single digits. So whatever Taiwan has been doing is working. Now, this is interesting. Yeah, it's good to be on location. Thanks, Dave. So you guys check out Dave and Osaka's latest video. Now, let me show you here. This usually is open, but they have this blocked off. Usually that goes out to the temple. They have this blocked off and this is due to COVID-19 restrictions. See this? Okay, so they're telling you that they don't want you to enter the market this way. Okay, because they're trying to control it. See what happens is if people use this entrance to come into the market, then they don't have that contact tracing control, you know. So that's what that is. So they're just trying to be cool. So we can't go around that way, but that's okay. Ni hao. People cleaning up because it is. Let me see. It is 11:44 a.m. Now we can go out here into the street on this side. Let's do that, and we'll come back. So now I'm walking in the same direction I was at the market. I'm just parallel to it. And here's some other places that are starting to clean up from today. Big old bamboo shoots down there. I love that stuff. Wow. All right. Yeah, I forget when they said they're still going to have the restrictions too, but they're actually easing them. Now here's another checkpoint. Hey, ni hao. Okay. Now we're on the outside, and this is basically just an indoor complex. It's really old style construction. You know, it's been here a long time. When I arrived in Taiwan 17 years ago, this place was already old. So Toshi can read all of this stuff better than I can. So, all right. Now, this is the other end. So we took a detour, right? So this is the other end of the market. I gotta tell these guys, you know, I already did this. 我已经有在前面。Okay.
You can sign your name.
我刚刚告诉你，已经有在前面，大概5分钟。好，谢谢。So you guys heard me talking. Sometimes people don't listen to you. If you walk up and talk to Chinese, they switch their brain to English, and they're just more concerned about trying to talk to you in English than listening to what you're saying. So that's why I just said up front, I already did it. So look at this fruit and these vegetables. This is great. So it's nice to see that things are still kind of, for the most part, normal. And 不好意思，我不是外国人，我是白种台湾人，谢谢。
真的吗？
真的？为什么骗你啊？
你的口音就是。
你不相信啊？
我相信你。
That was funny. I decided not to completely show her too much, but she made a comment about me being a foreigner. So what I said, this is hilarious because I like to do this. Taiwanese people have like this incredible sense of humor. So I walked over to her and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a foreigner." Okay, this is politically incorrect, but I said, "I'm a white Taiwanese." So after a little bit of a, yeah, thanks Jay boy, nice to see you, fist bump to you. So after a little bit of a banter, I said, "Don't you trust me?" And she says, "Yeah, I trust you." And then she said, "Give me 5." So that was hilarious. But you know, these are my people, man. I love them. I love it here. So, but you guys know me. I like to joke, and sometimes it gets me in trouble. you can go too far with a joke, and so. But that lady, you can tell about people, right? They're not looking for trouble, and she's not being mean. I just saw an opportunity to have a little fun, and it turns out she's a player, so there you go. Now, here you can get pants, and most of these places have a person who can do the alterations right on premises. So there's another really, really tiny little alleyway down there. I don't see how to get to the temple from this side. Hats, jewelry, yeah, I like this. Hair clips, cool. So I'm using the DJI OM4 gimbal as recommended by Dave in Osaka. It's got a really comfortable handle. Controls are really nice. 嘿，我喜欢你的帽子啊，好看啊，谢谢。啊 ，Said I like your hat. 你好。谢谢谢谢，我开直播，我给真的，我给每个人看这边啊。
你是美国人、英国人？
我是以前的美国人。
哪里人？
以前的美国人，现在我是台湾人。
哦，现在是台湾人。
谢谢。See, he loved that. He said, "Are you from America?" And I said, "It's like saying I'm formally from America, from before." So I know. And these are some really cool human beings too, man. These people are really cool. So I said, no, I was before American, and he was confused. He looked at his wife. He said, "What are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm Taiwanese now." And he started laughing. So as I was leaving, he kept repeating that to his wife. He said, "Oh, 现在是Taiwan." So now he's Taiwanese. So it's funny. Let's just walk down the street. All right. I haven't been out in a while. I've been really busy. You guys know I've been doing a lot of studio work. I wasn't even on the air on Sunday night. I'm getting behind. I bought some new studio equipment, and I had to thoroughly test everything and place it in the studio and configure it, and it took some time, and so I got kind of behind. Now, this is a nice fruit market. I really wish I had that wide-angle lens going. This is a really nice market. Now I'm going to show you this. See these scallions? A huge bundle of scallions. It's 100 NT, so that would be about $3. And when you see, let me show you. This symbol right here, that symbol right there, in Chinese we call jing. And in this particular case, it's not what we call a gongjing, which would be a kilogram. This is what we would call a Taiwan kilogram. Some people might even say like Taijing, just to make sure, but it is 600 grams. It's based on the old traditional Chinese measurement called a catty, C-A-T-T-Y. Maybe you guys have seen that, in literature. So these are actually like a Taiwan catty. So it's 99 NT, which is $3 for 600 grams for that eggplant. And that's 50, which is not quite $2 for 600 grams of those giant cucumbers. So that's how the stuff is measured and sold here. This is white bamboo. Hey, Dean. This is white bamboo, and white bamboo is traditionally grilled, amongst other things. So now this is, I guess you guys would call this bok choy in North America, but this is, the type of Chinese cabbage. And it's 49 NT, which is probably about $1, 50 maybe, in per jing, so per 600 grams. And this is a real bamboo shoot. Not so many people have seen bamboo shoots come out of the ground, but I had the privilege one time of going to a friend of mine's cabin, and he took a small little hand hoe, and we went back into the forest, and he just shoved that thing in the ground and jacked out a couple of bamboo shoots right out of the ground right in front of me, and I videoed the whole thing. It's great. I have those videos. I should probably process some of those old videos and post them. And we took them back, to the cabin, washed them off, and he cooked them, and they were just They're unbelievable. So yeah, when you have these fresh, you know, bamboo shoots, these fresh ingredients, it's really something. All right, so this guy's got a speaker out here, and he's advertising his prices. I didn't hear what he's advertising, but I heard the price. It was 29 NT. This is about $1 US. Now let's just walk down this street because we haven't been down here in a long, long time. Yeah, there I am in the window. Okay. How's this gimbal? Is it pretty smooth? It seems okay. I got it on sport mode because otherwise it doesn't seem like it's fast enough. Now all these food places are open, and there's, like, for example, a QR code you have to scan. All these places have a QR code, and you go in, and like that one over there too, QR code. But they will normally have a clipboard. And the clipboard, you put the time, your name, and your phone number. And that's also good because not everybody wants to put the app on their phone. And you know, we have like a lot of foreign workers here. And yeah, I know they really are. They're out every day. And it's just easier for them to sign their name. So this is one of the fried chicken places. And you know, I should do a show on fried chicken. I really should. So it's like a crispy skin fried chicken. I should do a show on fried chicken in Taiwan. But before I talk about that, let's talk about stainless steel. In Taiwan, stainless steel is very, very cheap. All these things are stainless. You know, these like these are little divots that you put your pan on, you know, when it's hot. And some of these you could use actually as a grate on the grill. Whoa! Taiwan military jets. I don't hear them, but they're over there. We're on high alert because somebody is doing live fire drills close to Taiwan. So this, all the stainless stuff, like for steaming and cooking, all these things, these are all very, very, very cheap. Probably no prices on these, but the stainless steel is so cheap in Taiwan that people make dog cages and so forth. And if you look around, many of these window bars are all stainless. Some of them have been there for probably 30 or 40 years and they haven't deteriorated. Stainless is very cheap in Taiwan. If you want things made in stainless, contact me. Contact my company, AsianCastings.com. But getting back to the crispy fried chicken, let me talk about this for a second. The most popular chicken place in Taiwan, you know, foreign place by far is KFC, and everybody knows KFC. But there are a lot of KFC clones. There's a place called KLG, and I've seen a number. But then there's a place that has really gotten more popular and has made a name for itself, and it's called Pang Nao Die, which I guess I would translate it as the fat uncle or something like that, or fat daddy, you know. So Taiwan, because I want to do a shootout. I want to do the Pang Nao Die and some other ones. But for example, the tradition, you know how KFC has two skins, you know, the first one, the traditional one, and then the extra crispy, right? The extra crispy is the only one that's popular in Taiwan. And the American version, the extra crispy, has spice, like hot spice underneath the skin. Therefore, every place in Taiwan that copies that recipe makes the chicken spicy. So all of this chicken that you see, all of it is spicy. Especially if it says American style fried chicken, it's going to be spicy. So Phoenix has a problem with it sometimes because it's a little bit spicy. But she's actually, for a 9-year-old, or almost 9-year-old kid, she's very good, and she likes a lot of hot spice. So, Pang Nao Die, for example, and these other places do not have the traditional, like, not crispy skin. But there's another one called 21st Century that's also very good, and the reason I like them is because they change the oil frequently, and it's very clean. So, let me know in the comments if you guys would like for me to do a Taiwan fried chicken shootout, because there's at least 3, maybe 4, or maybe more different places where I could go and get, you know, it's like you want to compare, you know, like the same chicken parts and stuff, like, you know, thighs and wings and legs and stuff. You want to compare, you know, those to each other. But I could get several of those and do a shootout. And you know me, I'm pretty good about, you know, describing it. But we could do close-up shots too. Now I'm in front of the temple. So, okay, you guys didn't have to put it in the comments. You just put it right here. Okay, that's cool. I know, but you know, the thing is even so, they're respectful towards pedestrians, and nobody's tried to run me down. And a lady did tap me on the shoulder to tell me, you know, to let me know that she was backing out. I was looking at my phone because I was having some network problems when I was trying to sign on, and she actually tapped me on the shoulder. And so I just excused myself and, you know, moved out of the way. So this is an old temple, and this temple has been on fire. I talked about this before. If you look at these rafters, you know, they're all old, traditional metal, right? And then if you look over here, it's been burned. So yeah, this is recovering from the burn. Yes, yes, I do. Well, I gotta fit in. I mean, when I lived in North Carolina, I spoke with a North Carolina accent too. The only accent I refused to adopt was Boston. I mean, seriously, I just did not want to adopt that because, you know, you hear somebody say, "Oh, the weather was brutal today." You know, I just don't want to talk that way. But yeah, I was in the Beijing airport, and I ordered a tea, and the guy making the tea for me said, "Hey," he said, "Hey, you guys," he said to me, he says, "Hey, you speak Chinese with a Taiwan accent. You sound like a Taiwanese." I said, "That's great." Yeah. No, nobody did. And you know, here's the thing, right? If you go to China and you tell somebody like me, I've been to China, and somebody asked me where I was from, and I told them I was from Taiwan, and they laughed at me and said Taiwan's not even a country. They just wouldn't accept it. And furthermore, if you actually became a citizen of China, they wouldn't believe it. But here in Taiwan, sometimes people will ask me, "Well, do you have a Taiwan passport? Do you have a Taiwan ID?" They just want to know, like, you know, how deep are we talking here? And so, where most people recognize, for example, if you move to the United States and you get a green card, well, then you're considered to be American, and you can get an American passport, and you have to pay American taxes and everything else. So they are, man. People here are very easygoing. So 99% of the time, you know, it's not a problem. People just say, "Okay, welcome to Taiwan." All right, you guys, I gotta go. Thanks for joining. It's been fun, but it's time to go. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on Taiwan Live TV. Have a good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye. That was fantastic.